Tonight, we shall end this year's historic virtual Madz et al. Choral Festival. Immediately, I feel the impulse to express my gratitude to everyone who had to go through unusual tasks demanded of us by these unprecedented times. The success of this endeavor must definitely be credited to all of you: choristers, conductors, lyricists, composers, and also creative directors who conceptualized all your virtual presentations, sound engineers and video editors, and all the coordinators who, I am certain, had to hurdle the stress of collecting all your materials. Do remember that you are the reasons for the success of our festival. I am filled with much pride and joy just thinking of all of you tonight, of your love, your faith, your commitment to be in communion with us. We sincerely hope we may see you all very soon, when we may be able to personally share the joys of our fellowship. Tonight, we shall celebrate our unbridled connection with one another. We shall celebrate each one of you. And as always, we shall collectively lift our concerns to Him who does not abandon us. Tonight, we shall remember our unity despite our diversities and physical divisions. We shall remember that hope nudges us forward as we hurdle our individual hardships. We shall remember our faith that serves as the light that directs our steps forward. We shall remember to feel grateful and joyful as we recognize God's gift of grace like a precious pearl covered in the darkness of the deep, hidden underneath our sea of troubles. Interestingly, today we also celebrate Gaudete Sunday, when we are reminded that there is joy even in the midst of sadness and suffering, knowing full well that there is a God who does not abandon us, who truly loves us. So tonight, we invite you to rejoice. And we encourage you to move forward, to continue in faith, in hope, in peace, in love, and in joy.
Good evening, Philippines. Good morning, America. Guten Tag, Buenos tardes, and Buongiorno, Italia. It's 12 days before Christmas, and on the first day of Christmas,
my true love sent to me
a partridge in a pear tree. Mabuhay, everyone! Welcome to the final episode of the Madz et al. Virtual Choral Festival here on Madz Talk Plus. As promised, we are going to make this evening extra meaningful for everyone. Kapit lang po tayo. Tonight, 9 musically charged choirs are more than excited to unleash their creative energies as we feature 6 of their new works, all specially written for the Et al. Festival. Wait, there's more. So we have 2 more surprises. So you have to stay and watch the entire show. Diyan lang kayo, wag kayo aalis. For your information, for the past 7 weeks, we have been given the privilege and pride of introducing our roster of 66 phenomenal choirs from all over the Philippines, USA, Europe, and South America. We were able to enrich our library of Filipino choral music with the 34 new works and 13 new choral arrangements that have been created by our very own composers and have been put to life by our talented et al. Choirs. So, for one last time, at least for the year, do join us as we continue on with our mission of building a singing Philippines as we celebrate the Philippine choral music and our very own choristers through the Madz et al. Virtual Choral Festival.
So indeed, the 2020 Madz et al. Festival is a one-of-a-kind experience. Akala natin hindi matutuloy or paano natin gagawin ang et al. During a year like this. And yet, we persevered. And what a show! Imagine 7 nights. Let's get this program on the road with our first performance because I'm sure you're all raring to go. Our first performer, isa sa mga suki din ng et al. And the conductor of this choir will be introduced by our very own Chris Borella.
Good evening. I am Christopher Borella, a member of the Philippine-American Singers from 1994 until 2011. I met super friendly, thin, and very sincere Richie Acibal in the late 1990s when Madz concertized in Cagayan de Oro. Back then, Richie was conducting the university choir for the Madz et al. Concerts in CDO. Richie learned much from the workshops by the Philippine-American Singers and from courses he took at the Asian Institute for Liturgy and Music. Later on, Richie joined us, Madz soprano Lulingming San Jose and I, in coaching and conducting choirs for the Butuan City portion of the Singing Mindanao Madz et al. Choral Festival in 2003. Now a successful vocal, choral coach, and prize-winning conductor, Richie conducts the newly formed Deo Chamber Singers. Bound by a cause for doing service to God and to the community, Deo Chamber Singers hopes to continue spreading the passion for music, to share its talents and skills to the community, and to teach what music is all about: human transformation and character building. Deo Chamber Singers will sing Joy Nilo's arrangement of Matthew Evanco's composition, To Believe. This is a prayer for people who are distressed, poor, and suffering.
Before I lay me down to rest, I ask the Lord one small request. I know I have all I could need, but this prayer is not for me.
Too many people on this day don't have a peaceful place to stay.
Let all fighting cease, that your children may see peace. Wipe their tears of sorrow away. counted, that you hear each cry and listen to each prayer. Oh, let me try always to believe, let me try always to believe,
Let me try always to believe
that we can hear the hearts that grieve.
Please let us not ignore the anguish cries of the poor, or their pain will never leave.
To believe in a day when hunger and war will pass away, to have the hope amidst despair, that every sparrow's counted, that you hear each cry and listen to each prayer. When hunger and war will pass away, to have the hope amidst despair, that every sparrow's counted, that you hear each cry and listen to each prayer, each cry and listen to each prayer. Help us do your will, O Father, in the name of all that's true, and to see in one another the loving image of you. When hunger and war will pass away, to have the hope amidst despair, that every sparrow's
To believe is to have hope. And when we have hope, we begin to muster courage. And when we have courage, anything impossible becomes possible. Like what Deo Chamber Singers had to go through to be able to finally form the group. In the end, their strong desire to sing and to serve gave them the best tool to achieve their goal. And that applies to our daily struggles in life as well. Congratulations, and thank you, Richie Asibal and Deo Chamber Singers, for not giving up and for gifting us and yourselves with such wonderful performance tonight. Kudos to the composer, Matthew Evancho, and arranger, Mr. Joy T. Nilo. Fun fact, tonight is very significant to this choir as this will be their formal launch as a group. I think po, isa tayo sa mga reasons nila sa pagbuo ng grupo na ito. At ngayon, wala na talagang atrasan.
Si Richie Asiba, like other conductors that perform, isa siya sa mga na-mentor ni Professor Veneracion or na-mentor ni Mark Carpio. And after that, they were invited to be part of the growing family of Madz et al. After Deo Chamber Singers, our next performer will be a group of singing nuns, a congregation who enjoys making music together.
Wait, Alfred. It's 12 days before Christmas. It's the countdown already. So let's listen to our conductors, what they are wishing for Christmas.
My Christmas wish is to have more opportunities to create and to travel.
Ang Christmas wish ko, makapag-party na tayo ulit together.
My Christmas wish is for the complete healing of our world. And I thank you.
My Christmas wish is a Christmas filled with happiness and snow.
Sister Elizabeth Maria Pereira, Delegate Superior of the Missionary Sister of St. Anthony Maria Claret. Our community met first at Miss Riva Simpson at the Immaculate Heart of Mary Parish in Quezon City, when she was assigned to lead the parish grand choir for Easter Vigil, Parochial, Feast Day, and Christmas event celebration, where our group was part of in 2017 and 2018. On July 2019, we requested her to lead our community for the perpetual vows of the two of our sisters. Hence, Cantoras de Maria Claretiana was born, and we began singing at 7:45 a.m. Mass every third Sunday in Immaculate Heart of Mary Parish. As part of the choir singing training under Miss Riva, she encourages us to participate at the Madz et al. Choral Festival, which was held at CCP Little Theater in October last year. That our community was so grateful for such a opportunity to be participated in that prestige event. As a member of Cantoras de Maria, one very significant thing that I learned from Miss Riva Simpson is her selfless dedication to teach and to impart with others the love of God and the love of Mary through music and songs. At the Madz et al. Chorale Festival last year, we premiered a song about peace with text taken from the prayer diary of our foundress, Mother Orianna, and music was done by Maestra Riva. Here, we are happy to share with you virtually a new inspired song taken from the same book. I hope you will appreciate it as we do. Thank you very much.
Lord Jesus, great is your mercy. No one can separate us from your love. No suffering can weaken our faith, for you are near in times of trouble. You gave us the spirit of fortitude in our present struggles. You grant us the desire for reconciliation and inner peace. Lord Jesus, listen to our plea. We ask for your mercy. Save us from the darkness of sin and lead us all to the light of truth. Lord Jesus, heal our pain, that all will be well and free. Hear our voices, our prayers, our song. We sing for your love, blessed are you, Jesus. We ask for your mercy. Save us from the darkness of sin and lead us all to the light of truth. Lord Jesus, heal our pain, that all will be well and free. Hear our voices, our prayers, our song. We sing for your love, O Lord. We sing for your love, O
The singing of the Cantoras de Maria Claretiana displays such profoundness and beauty in the simplicity of the song and their singing. Yung clarity and purity from the voices of women who have consecrated their lives to the Lord, the purity of their hearts comes through. Napakaganda ng composition ni Riva and Singson. It is a piece of music that is, I think, easy to learn, that you want to learn, that we can all learn to sing, and it is indeed a prayer. Talagang ito yung kanta na praying twice, ika nga ni Saint Augustine.
And also, may I add, Kuya Alfred, Ate Candy, kung hindi ako nagkakamali, third year na nila ng pagsali sa Et Al Festival. So we hope, pandemic o no pandemic, tuloy-tuloy na po tayo na pag-participate sa Et Al Festival natin every year. Yay!
See you, sisters, every year, ha? Wala nang absent.
Yes!
From the past episodes, Queen Corona has always been giving etiquette and rules for choristers and the conductors. But this time it's different. It's giving rules for you, the public, or the audience. Anyway, let's listen to what Queen Corona says.
Presenting Her Royal Highness Queen Corona of Oriana.
Hello! As promised by your queen, I will teach you how to become a royalty episode after episode. We will continue on with tips to behave like a royalty. Many performers, singers, and choral groups in these past few months made sure that the show must go on. Many of these artists pivoted swiftly into live streams and virtual concerts. It is Your Majesty the Queen's fervent wish that we help one another by supporting the artists whatever means possible, please. Let's spread love and generosity, not virus. I will see you again next time. This has been your Queen Corona of Oriana saying adieu.
Hey everyone, it's Sherwin. I sang with the Madz from 2008 to 2011. Today, I have the pleasure of introducing my dear friend and sister, Ate Mavic Leamas. Ate Mavic and I toured together when we were still singing with the Madz, and I will never forget all of the fond memories that we shared. From all of the jokes, kalokohan, and stories that brought laughter and tears, to all of the delicious meals and dining experiences, leaving us all feeling so bloated with our beer bellies. Hers, in particular, was named Gardo, the unborn child. Kidding aside, while Ate Mavic wasn't expecting children, she did, however, give birth to a lot of choirs during her career as a conductor, one of which we are going to hear from today, the Oriana Vocal Ensemble. I am so happy to see Ate Mavic continue to further her vocation in music while nurturing other choristers to pursue their own passion. Without further ado, here is the Oriana Vocal Ensemble with their conductor and my dear friend, Ate Marivic Llamas. Congrats, Johnny!
Not unto us, O Lord, not unto us, not unto us, O
Thank you, Marivic, and thank you to the Oriana Vocal Ensemble. This song is like a Thanksgiving song, and it talks about humility, meaning that it's not unto us that you have to give the glory, but to thy name, to the Lord's name. That was a very nice song. Pearl, Alfred, do you know that the song Non Nobis Domine? That song is a motto of the Knights of the Templary in the Middle Ages. To God be the glory.
May I add also that this choir, the Oriana Vocal Ensemble, this is also their first time. This is their launch as a choir tonight. So ito ang first time nila na nilaunch kasi nabuo sila dahil sa Madz et al. Virtual Festival. As a matter of fact, before, wala pa talaga silang name. And then, napag-isip namin dahil si Mavic ay tinatawag naman naming Queen Oriana before dahil nung Madrigal dinner, that was 2013, bigla siyang lumabas na parang captive audience kami lahat. Lahat kami napanganga sa kanya habang bumababa siya sa CCTV, sa staircase. At naka siya, outfit parang straight from the triumphs of Oriana. Ganyan ang peg niya. So, from then on, Queen Oriana na tawag namin. Ergo, naisip niya na ipangalan na lang sa choir niya ngayon ay the Oriana Vocal Ensemble. O, diba?
Our next performer is one of the main university choirs of the Philippines, and we are now happy that they are now part of the Madz et al. Family. But before we go there, I think throughout the 7 nights, all our choristers have been recording and recording and recording. So, sabi nga ni M. Alcantara, one of the Madz Conductor, sabi niya, kahit virtual, bakit kinakabahan pa rin ako? Question, conductors and choristers, choirs, kinakabahan na ba kayo kahit na virtual ang performance? So let's listen to Coach Kat tackle this topic about performance anxiety.
Sing Out Session! Hi, welcome back to Sing Out Session Q&A with me, Coach Kat, where I will be answering some of your frequently asked questions about the singing voice. Now, our final question for this session comes from Christina May Eusebio from Makati. How do I avoid stage fright or performance anxiety? Now, number 1, practice every day to feel prepared for your performance. And it's also best to have regular voice lessons with a teacher so that they can help you very well. Now, have adequate rest time, drink lots of water, and avoid drinking or eating something that might upset your stomach. And invite a close friend or relative to the event to support you and to have a familiar face in the crowd so you won't feel alone. Alright, I hope you will take home these tips to a wonderful singing career. Take care, everyone, and enjoy the rest of the program. Bye!
Hello, my name is Leo Paulo Leal, and I sang with the Madz for 7 years as tenor. But before I joined the Madz, I was part of this next choir, which I am proud to have sung with for 6 years under the leadership of Professor Rodolfo Boy de Larmente. Now, under new leadership by my friend Joel Aquino, he takes them to new heights and continues the chorale's legacy. He is a great tenor, musician, conductor to many choirs, and most of all, a great human being and friend. Joel, I miss you, and I hope to see you again soon after this is all over. And I can't wait to meet you, the new blood of chorale members, in person. Some of you I already met virtually. Now, singing Isang Mundo, Isang Awit, composed by Nonong Pedero and arranged by Earl James Conde, I am proud to introduce to you the De La Salle University Chorale with my friend and conductor, Mr. Joel Aquino. Animo La Salle!
Ngayong mundo'y gulong-gulong, at lahat tayo'y ligaw-ligaw, makinig sa kapwa-tao, sa daigdig dapat ituro, kung bawat puso ay marunong magmahal. Kapayapaan, kasiyahan, tiyak na makakanta.
Lahat tayo'y pantay-pantay sa biyaya ng may kapal. Lahat sana'y akbay-akbay, handang tumulong kanino man. At kung bawat tao ay marunong magmahal,
Tunay na salita, tiyak na makikisa. Te amo, I love you. Watashi wa anata o aishitemasu. Inibigin kita, why paano ang sabihin? Ang mundo'y turuan natin, tanging lunas sa pag-ibig, pag-ibig.
Te amo, I love you. Watashi wa anata aishitemasu. Inibig kita, why
Tanging lunas sa pag-ibig. Te amo, I love you. Watashi wa anata aishitemasu. Inibig kita, why ang sabihin sa buhay turuan natin, tanging lunas sa pag-ibig. Isang mundo, isang amin, isang sigaw, pag-ibig, Te amo, I love you. Watashi wa anata o aishitemasu. Inibigin kita, why paano ang sabihin? Ang mundo'y turuan natin, tanging lunas sa pag-ibig, pag-ibig.
Sobrang nakaka-feel good ang song na ito ni Mr. Nonong Pedero. And admit it, guys, viewers, napapakanta kayo kanina, no? Sumasabay kayo sa kanila, no? Aminin. You can't just help but to sing or hum that happy and familiar melody that feels like home already to a lot of Filipino choristers, old and new. Kahit di naabutan or kilala ng mga millennials si Miss Lea Navarro, at least yung song, alam nila, aminin. The message is as timely back then as it is now. The world will be a beautiful place to live in when we try our best to share that love. Amen. Thank you very much for making our hearts smile, the La Salle University Choral, to their conductor, Mahal, Mr. Joel Aquino, and of course, to the arranger, Mr. Earl James Conde.
By the way, I'd like to remind everyone we have a lot of surprises for you, so don't go to the bathroom, don't eat something, don't lose your concentration. And another thing, even after the credits, don't go away, as we will give another surprise for you. In the meantime, let's listen to another batch of conductors who would like to give us their wishes for Christmas.
After those Christmas wishes by the Madz conductors, our next performer will be introduced by no other than Queen Oriana, si Mavic Lamas. Hindi si Queen Corona, kundi si Queen Oriana.
kinarir talaga ni Mavic yung pagiging Queen Oriana noong 2013 Madrigal winner. Galing.
Hello everyone! Pandemic 2020 and calamities, but still my very special Christmas wish for everyone is joy forever, smiles and laughter. Let people hear our voices, so let's sing together. Kalma lang.
Ang aking Christmas wish ay libreng COVID vaccine para sa lahat.
Lord, baka naman. Sana mo pasin ako ng crush ko for Christmas. Yes.
My Christmas wish for this Christmas is to become the beauty queen of the choirs. And this is my bouquet.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Marivic Llamas, and I sang with the Madz from 2003 to 2012. It is indeed an honor to be introducing the Christopher Borella and his choir, the BulSU SaringHimig Alumni, which is the third among his choirs to perform in this festival. This group is composed of alumni members of the Bulacan State University SaringHimig Chorale. Sir Chris Borella is a faculty member of the Philippine Women's University School of Music. As a co-Madz, Kuya Chris is very generous and incredibly gifted. He is always willing to help, especially when we need to memorize a bunch of songs right away. His choral arrangements have been sung and recorded by many choirs in the Philippines and have been performed around the world. For me, I think he is the quintessential musician. He is a mentor, a clinician, a speaker for various choral conferences, a singer, a conductor. He plays instruments and writes music. Most notably, just for this festival, he wrote 3 new compositions for his choirs. To perform Walang Iwanan, Matapos Man ang Ulan, text written by Melvin Reyes, music composed by Christopher Borella, may I now present to you the BulSU SaringHimig Choral Alumni with Mr. Christopher Borella, Conductor.
Sabay tayong sumugod sa ulan, sabay nating dinama ang kaginhawan, ang malamig na dampi sa katawan, habang nagtatakbo sa madilim na daan. Sabay tayong sumugod sa ulan, walang katiyakan na may masisilungan sa dilim. at sa ulan. Sumugod tayo kahit walang laban. Ginhawa at sakit ay pagsasaluhan. Sa buhos ng ulan, walang alinlangan, walang iwanan. Matapos man ang ulan, walang iwanan, walang iwanan, walang iwanan. Matapos man ang ulan, walang iwanan, walang iwanan. Pangamba'y maiibsan, pagmamahal ay nariyan. Mawala man ang ulan, walang iwanan. Matapos man ang ulan, walang iwanan, walang iwanan, walang iwanan. Matapos man ang ulan, walang iwanan, walang iwanan. Walang iwanan, matapos man ang ulan, walang iwanan.
The Bulacan State University SaringHimig Choral Alumni, led by Christopher Borella. As I was listening to this performance, kilala natin si Chris Borella, the prolific arranger, but for this performance, I was really eager to discover Christopher Borella, the composer. He wrote the original music for this performance. Gusto-gusto ko yung theme or yung title, Walang Iwanan Matapos Man ang Ulan. It's like a song of commitment. It's like a love song. At some point, sabi ko, nako, pangkasal din. And yet, it's also a song of friendship. And it's also a song for a community of faith, of people who know that they should take care of each other. So it's such a warm, fuzzy feeling. Isa pa, speaking of warm, fuzzy feeling, it also reminds me of those mga classic OPM, original Filipino music. Parang yung, it leaves a warm feeling in your heart. Parang ang sarap kantahin, ang sarap din i-choreo. Ganon. So congratulations, BulSU SaringHimig Choral Alumni. Congratulations, Christopher Borella, who wrote the music to the text of Melvin Wahe Reyes. Ang ganda, ang galing, Chris.
May I add, Kuya Alfred, Ate Candy, na si Tatay Chris, we call him Tatay, aside sa napakaraming choirs nga na dinadala niya sa et al, na minsan pwede na siyang magtayo ng kanyang Chris Borella et al. Festival, ganyan. Hindi lang sa choirs, pero more of mga songs na pinapakanta niya sa mga choirs niya na eventually kinakanta na ng Madz. So, he is practically everywhere. Parang omnipresent siya, ganyan. Truly one of the pillars of the et al. Festival or et al. Family.
Speaking of et al. And the pillars, let's discover a little bit more about et al. We prepared a little something for you to reminisce and to remember and to look back on what et al. Has been for the past 30 plus years, almost 4 decades na.
Ilan sa mga arrangements ko ay unang kinanta sa Madz et al. Concerts. Mula doon, ito ay nasama naman sa repertoire ng Madz. Isa dito ang kantang Boy na unang kinanta ni Miss Sherry Hill. Inawi din ito ni Miss Timmy Cruz noong late 80s. Kakanta ang Coro de Santa Cecilia, choir ko, sa Film Life Auditorium at gusto nilang kumanta ng isang novelty song. Sa kanila ako humingi ng kanta at binigay nila sa akin ang Boy. Sa unang pagkanta ng Boy sa Film Life, naging maingay at mainit ang pagtanggap ng audience. Minsan namang muntik mapilayan sa vegan si Enrico Lagasca noong inawit niya ang solo sa mataas na platform at inaawitan ng isang seminarista. Kakanta naman muli ang Coro de Santa Cecilia sa et al. At gusto nilang umawit ng isa pang novelty song. At ito ang Superman. Uso noon sa mga karaoke bars na lagyan ng ibang kanta ang sikat na kantang Superman. Patawa naman talaga kasi ang maraming sapawan na nangyari sa kanta at matatapos sa Kita-kit sa McDo. Idea naman ni Alfred Samonte ang Rain Medley para sa CIC Choral ng Nueva Ecija. Sa tingin ko dapat kasama sa listahan ang Minsan ang Minahalay Ako para sa UPLB Choral at ang Overdrive for UP Manila Choral.
Our choir is always fond of joining the et al. Each time dahil sa mga friends na nami-meet nila, sa connections na nakukuha nila for every festival that they join in. And also, of course, the learnings that they get from it. At yung masayang pag-aaral ng mga tutti pieces, syempre kasama yan. Kaya enjoy na enjoy talaga sila.
Why do I keep joining the Madz et al.? One, before the pandemic, we can be very busy sometimes making music, but in these few times, it's so good to just hug my conductor friends. Two, before the pandemic also, this is a chance for my choristers to make friends with other choristers as well. I force them to. In fact, if they didn't have any friend at the end of the day, may fine sila. And three, I was told then that Madz et al. Was a time that your choir gets evaluated by Ma'am OA on its progress. Well, ewan ko kung binobola lang nila ako nun, but Madz et al. Became a time for me to prepare my choirs to shine out. So every year, I wait for those comments from OA or from Mark. And I hope na sa dami ng sinalihan ko Madz et al. Na hindi ko binigo ang standard ng Madz ever.
Good evening, everybody! I am Bianca Lopez, a former soprano of the Philippine Madrigal Singers from 2007 to 2014. Tonight, I am extremely honored to present the next performers, the Bartholomean Chamber Singers with their conductor, Jet Torres. Ano pa bang masasabi ko sa BCS kundi super love ko kayo, mahal na mahal ko kayo lahat. Walang showbiz. Wala talaga. Dahil ang hindi alam ng nakararami ay sila po ay isang koro na hindi lang magaling at veterano sa pagkanta, kundi isa ring koro na handang tumulong sa nakararami. Every year, they host a blood donation drive for the Philippine Children's Hospital where countless patients benefit from their donations. And one of them was my father. My family will always be grateful for the BCS. Kaya naman siguro ganyan na lamang makatulong ang BCS ay dahil na rin sa malaking puso ng kanilang conductor na si Jet Torres, Jetty, Beauty Queen, and my Beshi Maid. Siya po ay kaibigan na kararami, a life of the party. Sa sobrang benta ng jokes niya ay kaya niya magkaroon ng sarili niyang comedy show. He has a beautiful baritone voice and flawless skin na akala mo ay may beauty face effect pero wala naman talaga. He is a great leader and conductor to his choir, supportive sa lahat ng endeavors at businesses ng mga kaibigan niya. Mr. Sunshine and Positivity. Kung nadadown ka, bisitahin mo lang ang Facebook account niya at siguradong mapapangiti ka. Lastly, single and very ready to mingle, kaya baka naman, yes. Sana ay magkaroon pa ng maraming Jet Torres sa mundo. Mahal na mahal ka namin, Jetty. Without further ado, ang daming sinabi. Without further ado, singing in Violata. Oh, ibang level. Title pa lang. A new work by Oliver Neil Rodriguez. Here's the Bartholomean Chamber Singers with conductor Jet Edison Torres.
In Violata is the sixth movement of Ave Maris Stella, a choral meditation on Mary, Mother of Good Counsel, written by Oliver Neil Rodriguez In celebration of the 40th anniversary of Mary, Mother of Good Counsel Parish in Parañaque City, using original text interspersed with traditional Latin prayers. In the larger work, this movement is used to reflect on the seeming perfection of the image now known as that of Mary, Mother of Good Counsel in Genazzano, Italy. The main melodic materials in this movement are in a seemingly constant state of transformation, serving as a musical parallel to the experience attested to by pilgrims to the shrine, that the image changes before their eyes. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring you the Bartholomean Chamber Singers from Quezon City, Philippines.
Thank you, Conductor Jose Edison Torres, known to us. Everybody knows him as Jet. You have given a music that has touched our hearts portraying Mary as a loving and very merciful mother. And this song, I think it was extracted from the Ave Maria Stella. So in Violata, which means not damaged, unharmed. So thank you for the touching music that you have sent to us.
Madz et al. Pearl, may tanong ako sa'yo. This year, we had 66 choirs. In the past 2-3 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, ano yung average na mga participants ng annual Madz et al?
Average, around 60 to 70.
Okay. Pero kung bilangin na, this is some of the choirs, they come and they sing and then they don't come back yet. Or they sang last year, they will not sing this year, they will sing the next year. Or may mga bagong dating na mga bagong choirs or may mga dating choirs na naging Madz et al. So kung suma total mo all Madz et al choirs, past, present, and future, ilan talaga ang siguro ang choirs ng Madz et al family?
Since nung nag-start ng et al nung panahon nyo, tapos nung naabutan ko, siguro nasa 120 or more choirs.
So it's,
or 150, yan, ganun.
So as we try to look at the Madz et al, what it has become from where it came from, it's good to actually look back and reflect on this phenomena called the Madz et al. So here is another portion of our Madz et al reflection or Madz et al retrospective.
There are many reasons why the Madz et al continues to grow. We learned that there is so much more to choral singing than competitions. We developed greater discipline. We became more mindful of others, and we matured in our understanding and application of responsibility and unity and diversity. We continue to strive to pay it forward. And we make sure we don't just form choirs, but we form families who can someday experience the wonderful opportunities that our music brought us.
In 1998, Ma'am OA also started to reach out to the provinces by establishing the regional outreach program in connection with the CCP's outreach division, na sila Sonia and Ma'am Chingay. And I was lucky to be chosen by Ma'am to be one of the 3 pioneer workshoppers. And our first assignment was in Cagayan de Oro. And then Iligan, later on, we also went to Bacolod. Some singers also were assigned to Naga, Legazpi, mga ganon. The culminating activity of all of these workshops was also patterned after the Madz et al Festival, in which all the choirs were to sing 2 or 3 of their best music. And then at the end, we sing a typical festive 2 TPs. And
one of the great lessons na natutunan ko kay Ma'am OA is that music brings healing to the soul. Kaya sinama-sama niya ako sa iba't ibang lupalop ng Pilipinas, sa mga cities sa probinsya, sa mga remote areas, sa mga devastated areas. Tapos nagturo kami ng mga choirs, kahit saan. Matanda, bata, nagturo kami. At ito ang naging simula ng Singing Philippines, ng et al choirs mula sa Mindanao. Kaya pagpatuloy tayong umawit at ituloy natin ang legacy ni Ma'am OA.
Ma'am OA, I remember her story. You know, I think in Estonia yata yung sabi niya, there's an entire festival in which all of the singers were singing one song, and then all of a sudden, makita mo, hindi lang pala sila choristers, but it's already the entire population of that big city. And she always told me she would like that the Philippines be a singing Philippines. She really worked very hard for this dream to come true. And I'm very thankful that the later generation of madrigal singers under the leadership of our very venerable choir master, Mark Anthony Carpio, they have continued this aspiration of Ma'am OA. And from heaven, I know she is smiling because we are realizing her long-held aspiration to really reach as many as we can reach. And of course, I know she would be very, very proud of all of us.
Hello, I am Monet Silvestre, Music Director of La Salle Green Hills Kundirana Music Ministry. I have been its director since 2011. I was in the Madrigal Singers during my college years in the UP College of Music, together with my wife, Patricia Brillante Silvestre. We were together in the Madz from 1985 to 1987 under our beloved conductor, the late Mrs. Andrea Veneracion. The song I wrote music to, Sumasampalataya Ako, the Credo. I remember having a hard time starting and finishing and writing the song because, I was told the Credo is not usually sung during the Mass. So yung letra niya medyo mahirap talaga. It's very wordy, mahaba siya. But by some miracle, I was inspired to go through it, to finish it. Well, for one thing, my mother just died a few weeks before, and when I thought about her, it gave me the impetus to finish the song. So it's been around for 10 years already. It's on my YouTube channel. But now it is going to be interpreted by the RD virtual choir of my dear friend Maestro Robert Delgado, or as fondly known, si Lola. And now it is our contribution to the Madz et al. So maraming salamat po. Sana magustuhan ninyo.
Sumasampalataya ako sa Diyos amang makapangyarihan sa lahat. Sumasampalataya ako sa Diyos amang makapangyarihan sa lahat na may gawa ng langit at lupa. Sumasampalataya ako kay Jesucristo. Iisang anak ng Diyos, Panginoon nating lahat, nagkatawang tao, lalang Espiritu Santo. Santa Maria, Virgen, pinapagkasakit ni Poncio Pilato. Sa krus patay, ganaw sa kinaroonan na sa ikatlos araw ng Santo, sa banal na simbahang Katolika. Sa kasamahan ng mga banal, kapatawaran ng mga kasalanan sa pagkabubuhay muli ng nangangamatay na tao at sa buhay na wala hanggang sumasamalatayan.
This creed that was profoundly set to music by Mr. Moritz Silvestre and arranged by Mr. Robert Delgado is a beautiful reminder of how faith can move mountains and how miracles come true in the most unexpected circumstances and situations in life. The RD Virtual Choir has given the song such sincere and heartfelt expression to make your heart be inspired, moved, and be touched. Maraming salamat po.
The 2020 Madz et al. Virtual Festival has given birth to so many new works. Talaga, just so many new works. So last week, during our trivia quiz, we asked the viewers who wanted to win a special prize, name at least one composer who wrote 3 or more works for this festival. Kasi meron talaga tayong mga prolific composers who wrote at least 3 or 4 works for this festival. So here now is the correct answer to last week's trivia quiz and our winners. Have a look.
Congratulations to the winners of last week's trivia quiz. Jason Albaran, Riza Rachel Sol, and Angel Dominique Perasol.
One of the prolific composers of this 2020 Virtual Choral Festival is Sonder Choi, and one of his works is going to be performed by our next choir. But before they do that, Enrico Lagasca gets to talk to Sonder about his compositions, and of course, Enrico's choir will sing this next work of Sonder Choi.
Wait, Alfred, I'm so excited to open our first surprise to everybody. Joy Relucio, who was a former singer and soprano of the Philippine Madrigal Singers in the 90s, she's now in Germany, and she got married to a singer of the Renner Ensemble, to Peter. And now they have grown their family into 2 other handsome boys who are also singing, and not only singing, are playing so many instruments. So it's the singing family. And this is our surprise for everybody. I'd like to introduce to you the Moritz Vocal Quartet.
Es ist ein Ross entsprungen aus einer Wurzel zart, wie uns die alten Sonnen von Jesse an die Art. Und hat ein Blümlein bracht, mitten im kalten Winter, wohl zu der halben Nacht. Das Röslein, sie ein Kind geboren, welches uns selig macht. Das Blümelein so kleine, das duftet uns so süß. Mit seinem hellen Scheine vertreibt die Finsternis. Wahr Mensch und wahrer Gott, hilft uns aus allem Leide, rettet von Sünd und Tod.
In the roaring Catholic in the silence of a lonely room.
Hi, Sonder.
Hi, Annie. Thank you for having me.
We have this occasion that is very special. We have almost 60 to 70 choirs, but this is the best way for us to actually create or share our music together. And we are stronger doing this together as a unit, as the Madrigal Singers family unit. You have 3 works in this festival. Yeah, 3 world premieres, one with Philippine-American Project, one with University of Asia and the Pacific Chorale with Oriana, and one is with your own choir, the UUSM vocalists.
First one of the 3 that I wrote is Oh Love Light Joy, which is, I would say, a recomposition. So Oh Love Light Joy is a recomposition of a hymn because I did change quite a few things.
You know, I've always been an admirer of your crafts. And can you walk us through a Sonder Choi creation process?
So choral pieces usually always start with a concept. A concept that decides whether we're using text or not. Because whenever I compose something nowadays, I want the audiences to have something to latch on. So this can be melodic or thematic.
Sonder, thank you so much for joining me tonight and being a part of the Madz et al. Virtual Festival and Madz Talk Plus.
Thank you for having me. Enjoy the pieces, everyone.
I am so humbled to present this group of some of the finest Filipino-American choral artists. A group of such highly talented musicians, and I am very lucky to also call them my dearest friends. The Philippine-American Choral Project is a company of singers, and we all come from different musical backgrounds. We have alumni from the Deo Chamber Singers, the Ateneo College Glee Club, the DLSU Chorale, the AUP Ambassadors, the USC Singers, and the Philippine Madrigal Singers, and many more. In collaboration with our fantastic sound engineer and singer, Jet Galindo, tonight we are going to premiere a work by our tenor and a brilliant composer and a dear friend and colleague, Sonder Choi. Friends, I invite you to listen to our performance of Oh Love, Light, Joy. Please welcome the Philippine-American Choral Project.
ocean left its moaning richer for our light, 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 light that follows star by way. I hid my flickering torch toward light. My heart restores its borrowed ray. Restores its restores its that in thy sunshine's blaze its day may brighter, fairer be. O joy, O joy, O joy, O joy,
The Philippine-American Choral Project with Enrico Lagasca. Oh, love, light, joy. Talagang may exclamation point. Beautiful, it's complex, it's diverse. It feels to me like it's all of these things coming from the cosmos. The individual textures, the individual fiber, and the individual personalities of the different individual solo voices singing mesh against that background of beautiful harmony and individually beautiful yet different voices. This beauty that can only come when when the physical separation that we are experiencing today, our different locations and even the different backgrounds of the singers who come from very different choirs come together. The coming together because of this phenomena we call the pandemic. Such blessing in the middle of such strife. Talagang nakaka-exclamation point siya. Maraming salamat Sonder Choi for the beautiful music. Maraming salamat Enrico Lagasca for putting this thing together. And many thanks to the many voices that make up the Philippine-American Choral Project. Ang masasabi ko lang din, what a star-studded feast. What a reunion. I recognize a lot of familiar faces. So,
star-studded indeed.
Ay, gusto ko nang i-open yung second surprise natin. Pearl.
Yes, ako na lang ate, kuya, may I. Excited na rin ako to introduce our second surprise. Thanks. This is a Filipino organization based in Singapore that just recently took choral workshops, voice lessons, and other music programs at the Madz Music Studio. They are not an organized choir. In fact, majority of the members are non-singers, but they all have passion for singing. And singing, as we all know, can be learned. We welcome them to their first step in reaching their goal. They will be singing "O Holy Night" by Adolf Adam with no less than the Philippine Madrigal Singers. So ladies and gentlemen, let us all welcome the Philippine Bayanihan Society of Singapore Choral.
The Philippine Bayanihan Society Singapore approached Ambassador Yap on how the Bayanihan Society and the embassy could collaborate on future projects related to culture in the new normal.
The Philippine Bayanihan Society in Singapore has been around for about 19 years. Over the last 19 years, the society has provided a wide range of upskilling courses for Filipinos and a very broad range of programs in arts and culture to understand Filipino arts and culture as well as Singaporean arts and culture.
And that's where the idea came about on approaching the Philippine Magical Singers to explore a partnership with the Philippine Bayanihan Society Singapore that will benefit our kababayans here in Singapore. So
the purpose of this online course is to reach out to people who have not learned how to sing or who cannot sing but who wish to sing. We have had a very good response to this debut project with Madz.
On behalf of the Philippine Embassy in Singapore, congratulations to the Philippine Bayanihan Society Singapore and to the Madrigal Singers for this collaboration.
I hope that you will enjoy listening to them and give your support to them.
And I look forward to many more projects between the Bayanihan Society Singapore, the Philippine Embassy, and the Madrigal Singers. Mabuhay!
While we have been busy for the past 7 weeks with the virtual choral festival of the Madz et al., do you know that in parallel, doon sa kabilang side of the fence, si Mark Carpio, the Philippine Madrigal Singers, and the Madz Music Studio have also been busy doing something else with our mission of building a singing Philippines. In parallel to the et al. Na so dami-dami na nangyayari, ang dami-dami kumakanta, meron pa dun sa kabilang side, over the bakod. They were busy developing choral conductors on a scholarship program by the NCCA and the Andrea Veneracion Sing Philippines. These are scholars from all over the Philippines. So we have a short presentation to share with you the good news of what else we have been doing the past 7 to 8 weeks.
And after that presentation, we would like to present you the last choir to sing for this Madz et al. Festival.
Finish line! Yes!
Watching, and hello from Singapore. Firstly, congratulations to my friends at the Madz et al. Team for this wonderful international virtual choir festival. I am Crystal Hon, senior producer at Esplanade Theatres on the Bay, and we organize an annual singing festival, Voices, a Festival of Song. Last weekend at Voices, we were proud to present the world premiere of Aili Matthew Maniano's Padayon, his newest work written for mixed voices. I have known of Aili for a couple of years, but it was only this January 2020, when he was in Singapore, that I had a proper conversation with him and I got to know him better. Unfortunately, shortly after this, the COVID-19 situation in both Singapore and the Philippines started to get out of hand, and we were forced to stay home. That was when Aili released his beautiful work, Be Still My Soul, featuring former Madz singers. When I heard it, I thought that the work is simple and stunning, and indeed it calmed my soul during the time of anxiety. So the rest of the year went by, and it was time for my team to plan Esplanade Singing Festival again. We were already talking with Music C, a local choral music publisher and distributor, and we were lamenting that we cannot travel overseas to listen to concerts. So maybe we should try and bring the music to the festival instead. It just so happens that Aili's works are being distributed by Music C, and so I expressed my interest to have Aili write a work for us. And so fast forward to today, we have Padayon. To me, Padayon aims to bring us out of this challenging year, telling us to look ahead and to walk, to fly, to sail, and to be fired up and be excited for what the future holds. So let us not look back anymore. With great pleasure, I would like to introduce the next choir, Sonos, Voices of Hope, performing the Philippines premiere of Padayon, with text by Joey Vargas and music by Aili Matthew Maniano. I hope that you enjoy the performance.
Cuando caemos, nos levantamos.
Kita berjalan, kita berlari.
as ons voel ons verdrink, breek ons deur.
เราแหวกว่ายเราล่องไป
وحينما تبدو لنا الأفق بعيدة وواسعة نصنع لأنفسنا أجنحة.
Wir fliegen, wir gleiten.
Réduit au silence, nos cœurs s'enflamment.
Le nostre voci saranno sentite.
Lakad, layag, lipad, liyab,
padayon.
Ailey Matthew Mañano has always touched me with all his compositions from beginning to now. So deep, so touching. And with this song, the Padayon, especially with the inclusion of the harpist, is so atmospheric, so light feeling that it makes me feel like I'm sailing on by with the words, just walk, just fly, just sail. It gives me that floating sense of encouragement. It's not that encouragement that pushes you, but go on, we can do it, we can do it.
That music helped encourage us to go and fly, to go and fill the world with good thoughts and good music. So now, this is your last chance, dear viewers, to sing, because this is the last night of the Madz et al. Virtual Choral Festival. So ito na ang rehearsal run-through Madz sing-along of our finale music. So Jello Diamos invites everybody to please rehearse, to please sing along so that we can all sing the final song together. No audience, everybody a participant.
So guys, huling hirit na to. Last day na. Mag-join na kayo. Wala nang KJ, okay? Kanta na tayo. Sana all. Let's do it!
Hello everyone. Tonight is the final evening of the Madz et al. Virtual Choral Festival. Now, we will also be learning the final part of our festival piece, Our Voices Will Be Heard. Bring out your scores and let's all together go over the final 4 bars, measures 126 to 129. After the final chorus, the voices enter one by one, from the basses up to the sopranos. Now when you sing your note, do it with an accent, as we arpeggiate this preparatory chord. Feel the buildup of the voices and do a crescendo leading to the fermata. Hold your note and wait for the instrumental drop. That's when we cut. Then, everyone just sing the last line fortissimo and secure the offbeat final note. Let's all listen to this.
Our voices will be heard.
Let's listen to that one more time.
Our voices will be heard.
Okay, now let's all sing along. We'll take it from the final chorus, measure 118. Feel free to clap your hands and dance to the music. Here we go.
Together all our voices will be heard. 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 Our voices will be heard.
Great job, everyone. I hope you enjoyed singing along with the Madz. Special thanks to the arranger of our festival piece, Mr. Robert Delgado. Merry Christmas to you all. Stay safe.
Ay nako! Ito na, closing na tayo. I'm so...
Oh my God.
I cannot understand how we got this far. Imagine that, Alfred.
Wait lang. Meron pa tayong isang surprise that you both did not count. Meron pang isang surprise. Eto pa, ang hindi nyo nasabi kanina.
7 nights. 66 choirs. Hindi lang 66 choral videos, but 66 choirs singing at the finale. So that's a total of 132 videos. Lahat yun, no? 132 videos, yes. Correct. And 14 hours of show plus More than 50 individual guest videos. Dali, ang dami na nun, ha? Imagine niyo na lang kung gaano kadaming kalaking gigabytes lahat yun. Tapos, dagdagan nyo pa ng bagyo, lindol, baha. Tapos, hindi ka makapag-upload kasi walang kuryente. Not to mention, yung mga hinahabol na conductors kasi hindi pa nagsasubmit ng kanilang mga video entries or dahil hindi naman namin ma-upload yung kanilang mga entries na sinend. So, we ask our behind-the-scenes crew, JC Paez Jose, Jordan Brigala, and Nico Villanueva. Ano pong masasabi niyo?
Sobrang excited ako until I realized, nung binibilang ko na kung gaano kadami yung participants, isipin mo sa isang episode, 200 voices or even more na pag sasama-samahin mo. So parang medyo nakakagulat. Sabi ko back out na ako. Pero napag-usapan namin, sige, naging okay naman siya pag maraming boses na pinagkakabit-kabit, no. At yun din yung nagpapaganda sa choral singing, no, yung little imperfections nagpapaganda sa pagkapal nung choir. Di lumalabas yung pagka-natural nung mga boses nila. All of a sudden my lola passed away. I did not expect it, and then I had to go to the province for a week. Medyo naiwan ko yung trabaho ko dito sa Manila, pero tuloy pa rin. Kailangan makadeliver, kailangan makapasa ng Madz et al. After 7 episodes, 66 choirs, countless number of audio of choirs, and sleepless nights, ito lang ang aking masasabi.
All I can say is that I am grateful. Of course, number one, I was able to meet the Madz et al family. Second, I was able to write music again. After a long time, yun na lang po ako ulit nakapagsulat. Nang hindi lang isa, hindi lang dalawa, tatlo, but 4 new compositions. Next, super grateful ako kasi ang dami ko ding natutunan. Imagine, we have 66 choirs, and that means 66 different songs with different arrangers, conductors. So, imagine the richness of the music na meron dito sa Madz et al. Ang dami mo talaga matututunan bilang isang musician, bilang isang korista, di ba? Bilang isang conductor din. And of course, sa totoo lang, ang dami ko rin po talaga natutunan sa editing. Yung imagine the 7 weeks of editing, tapos may pre-prod pa weeks before, tapos sasabayan ng bagyo, kung ano-anong mga ganap in life. Super grateful ako kasi nakaraos kami, and hindi lang nakaraos, but finished strong talaga. Sa Quezon po ako, nabaha din po kami dito sa lugar namin. Nang araw kami walang kuryente, so yung kaba ko na ihabol talaga yung videos na ine-edit ko for the Sunday event. Thank you po sa lahat, and till next Madz et al.
What can I say? I am just extremely proud sa sobrang galing ng mga participating choirs natin this festival. And just before we end tonight's concert, I also want to share with you a small portion of my composition. Alam ko po sa panahon ngayon, maraming nawala, maraming nabawa sa ating buhay, at maraming may dinadalang kirot sa damdamin. At kasama niyo po ako sa dalangin na sana sa darating na Pasko ay mapawi ang lahat na sakit na ating nararamdaman.
Ay puno ng alaala. Hindi ko alam kung paano at ang dalamhati nitong puso ko sana'y mapawi sa darating na Pasko.
We are now ready to sing our finale. And by sing, I mean we will all sing. We will not just listen. Our voices will be heard in this 2020 Madz et al. Virtual Choral Festival.
Wait lang kuya. Ang dami namin nating surprise today, di ba, tonight? Well, ako din may surprise. Wait lang po.
Ano yan?
Hayan ang surprise. So, game. Ready na po ako direct. So, it isn't over. It's just goodbye. And on that note, magpapasalamat po kami. Thank you to all the participating choirs, their respective conductors, composers, and arrangers. It was truly an honor working with all of you. You made our hearts sing, weep, and dance with so much joy, hope, and love with your heartwarming and uplifting music, and perhaps made a beautiful and profound impact on the lives of our dearest viewers, especially to those affected by COVID-19 and the different calamities we all faced and hurdled. Your generosity through your singing and your music made it possible for us to hold on to the good and the beautiful that's left in all of us. Marami pong salamat. Also, mahalaga to, my sincerest and heartfelt thanks to our Madz Talk Plus family for giving us a home for 7 weeks. Maraming salamat, Kuya Alfred de Vera, Ate Candy Kawilan, Jordan, Clyde, to our dear alumni angels, Enrico, Jet, Kat, and Jello. Si Jello hindi po siya alumni. Salamat sa help niyo lahat. Siyempre, to all to the editors of the et al. Choirs, the Madz, Sir Mark, JC, Nico, at ang nag-iisang BQ natin, Mr. Robert Delgado, for the vocal and instrumental arrangement of our festival theme song, Our Voices Will Be Heard. And lastly, Alfred Samonte, Odette Galura, Lyle and Grace Aragon, and Ate Jean Rose. Meron pa, last na, to our dearest viewers, hindi po mabubuo ang ating show kung wala po ang tulong niyo lahat. Thank you very much, and until we meet again. Merry Christmas!
Thank you, Pearl. We would like also to thank our special partner, the Cultural Center of the Philippines, for letting us on with this very, very important project. It just shows to say that the dream of Ma'am Oe has to go on. Let us sing Philippines. And thank you to all the Madz families all around the world who have supported us in these projects. Thank you from our hearts to yours. A heartwarming thank you to all of you, and a very warm Merry Christmas to everybody. Just 12 days. But wait a minute, don't forget, there's the last surprise or gift to open, and don't just get out right now. Wait until even the credits. So that's a warning. If not, kayo rin. Happy Christmas, everyone. Happy Christmas.
Maligayang Pasko.
Mabuhay and Merry Christmas to everyone.
Buon Natale. Buon Natale.
Look at all the places we have gone.
There was a time we used to live as one. Look at all the things that we have learned.
The way we rise, so we fall and burn.
Why do we say that we went off the path?
See, I'm where I am, 'cause of where I was at.
Let's keep ahead, and our voices will be heard.
Whoa,
our voices will be heard.
whoa.
One day and past the live as one. We share the light, the hills
our souls sick, but know that we're never alone. Our voices will be heard. Sometimes our dreams take longer than we'll wait till one day we find our way home. So keep on ahead, our voices in time will be heard. Yeah! Our voices will be heard. Together, 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 anytime we find our way home. Hey, when first we make ourselves known. Hey, there's praise we carry no matter how small it may seem. Over time we make our way home. Hey, these streets we sing you a song. Hey, in the light in our hearts give us strength to guide us along. And we'll see the change, the seed is in our palm. Together our voices will be heard. 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 Our voices will be heard.
Paano na nga yun?
Ay, yung sa ano sa version nito, pwede natin, pwede ko na marinig yung version. Ready ka, ready ka?
Sige,
Okay, game.
ready.
Game. 1, 2, 3, go, and...
Together, our voices together,
Parang ano, parang pwede pa na mas mataas pa ng konti.
Taas pa? Nabababa ka pa doon?
Medyo
Sobra ka
mababa pa po eh.
naman.
Sige pa, try po natin
Pero
ulit.
ang saya nito. Sige, game pa. Nakaka-indak pala itong kantang ito.
Opo, maganda. Maganda, very. Ang ganda ng our voices will be heard.
Oo, mas maganda umiindak ka din para maano.
Sige. Actually, may tambourine ako dito. Baka sakaling magamit natin. Okay, game. Sabay tayo, kuya.
Okay, game.
Game. 1, 2, 3, 4, and...
Together, sabay-sabay.
Di ba? Nagsabay na. Ang galing natin.
Ang husay. Ang hirap talaga mag-virtual. Ano ba yan?
Bakit may maingay? Sino yun?
Ano?
Wait lang ha,
dito.
vocalist muna ako.
Nag-rehearse kami, ikaw yung maingay.
Uy, miss.
Hello po.
Ayan na pala lahat.
Sorry, late kami sa ano.
Hello.
Sorry naman.
Nagpa-practice pa kami.
Hello.
Ano ba naman kayong mga... Hello, everyone.
Kamusta? Maligayang Pasko. Maligayang Pasko. Hello, everyone.
Congrats kay JC, kay Nico. Biruin mo na kung yung tuti na yan.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Ilang
hundreds yun.
Thank you. Congrats po.
Saga. Bukod sa mga nag-participate sa conductors, yung mga nag-edit ng iba-ibang videos, sobrang gagaling. Level up talaga.
Ang gagaling nila lahat. Yes. Level up.
All the choir conductors, choristers, engineers.
Congratulations din sa Madzing Along. Napakanta talaga ako. Sobra. Ang saya-saya nung episode.
Maraming salamat po. It's a very pleasurable experience.
Yung feel talaga parang nasa Madz rehearsals.
After 7 Sundays, memorize mo na dapat yun.
Nakabisado ko na po lahat ng boses.
Roughly mga singers, siguro hundreds no around the world.
Ay,
Umabot pa tayo ng thousands. Parang viewers.
66 times 20.
Ang isang choir, average
Wow.
25, 35, pinakamarami 60. Yung
20 singers, 1,320 na tayo.
Wow.
Kung 20 lang yung medium.
Ang tari ng mga math major.
Math major.
May sagot agad
Ang bilis. Sir Mark, alam mo, dahil Christmas season, ang lamig na, no, kahit pinagpapawisan ako sa kwarto. Malamig na siya.
Hindi ulit tayo na pinapawisan ka, flawless ka, girl.
Usually pa, di ba, pagka ganitong season, talagang highly anticipated anong gagawin ng Madz. Di ba? Ako, looking forward ako na pupunta sa CCP noon. Anong mga nakakakilig at nakaka-excite kaya aabangan natin itong Christmas for the Madz?
Ano na lang, surprise na lang.
Surprise!
Ay lang naman. Kahit tayo naman dito.
Surprise!
There are really many reasons to be grateful for despite lahat ng mga naranasan natin this year. Pero may mga magaganda rin na kaya yun ang papakita namin next week.
Yes. Sure. Sure lahat tayo.
We are all one. We are all in this together.
Yes. Excited kami dyan, Sir Mark. Looking forward kami dyan.
Pero ang hindi alam ng viewers natin, plinano natin na si Queen Corona mag-introduce ng lahat ng choirs.
Buti na lang hindi. Buti na lang wala na sa isip niya.
O kaya salamat sa lahat ng mga ng mga guests natin na nag-introduce ng mga choirs.
Every episode medyo emotional na alam mo hindi naman dahil nalulungkot dahil hindi na tayo nakakapag-perform together, pero sobrang parang more of tears of joy kasi in spite of what's happening, nagawa pa rin ng team, nagawa pa rin ng Madz, simply Madz talaga.
Madami tayong naranasan this year na hindi natin in-expect. Matatandaan natin ito as a very memorable year kasi ang daming hindrances, ang dami nating hindi nagawa. Pero despite all that, we still came up with this, and it just proves that there are really a lot of things that we have to be grateful for. We cannot deny also the fact that because of this festival, a lot of new composers came out and new compositions. I think we will hear more from these composers. And then yun na nga, tsaka the Madz et al. Family continues to grow. From all this, we will become better and wiser. And I think that's enough for us to be grateful. There are talagang madaming bagay na talagang we need to just see and be grateful for.
At wala na tayo ibang pupuntahan but forward and up and grow.
Di ba?
So para sa ating viewers, your whole Madz Studio, Madz Talk Plus family, and Madz et al. Virtual Choral Festival family prepared a little something para sa inyong lahat. And I guess it's our turn na mag-participate sa...
Our voices will be heard.
Our voices will be heard.
Kaya sa dulo tayo nilagay eh.
Maraming salamat. We prepared this little something. I hope ma-enjoy niyo lahat. And from all of us, Merry Christmas. Take care.
Merry Pasko.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas, world.
Christmas.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.